Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our next episode of the WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. We are back with our next episode of Lucha Underground tonight. We crown our first Lucha Underground champion. But first of all tonight then we have got a match involving a new debuting name here in Lucha Underground. Of course that is Darby Allin. Of course your current Combat Zone Wrestling Wide champion. However, he will be defending this championship this weekend at Combat Zone Wrestling's Aerial Assault. Nice takedown there by Darby Allin. He'll want to continue the good form he's in. He's been in fantastic form recently. I mean, last weekend was a real big one for him. He won the Wyatt Championship, of course, against Phoenix. Then went on to the next day. Was it Fight Fest? Where he defeated Cody Rhodes one-on-one as well. So it's been a massive couple of weeks for Darby Allin. And he can sort of top that off here with a debut victory at Lucha Underground maybe. And then defending his Wyatt Championship successfully this weekend. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see as time ticks forward. There's the pin by Darby Allin on Brian Pillman Jr. Only a 1 count. I like Brian Pillman Jr. I mean, I've never seen the man wrestle before. However, for some reason, I'm obsessed with him. I seem to use him an awful lot, don't I? So, yeah, I'll have to just try and, yeah, get the best out of everyone, I suppose. Nice belly to belly there. Pillman dropping a boot right in the face now of Darby Allin. The interesting one would be is if Brian Pillman Jr. was to get a victory here over Darby Allin, would that push him into a sort of championship opportunity over in Combat Zone Wrestling? He is part of that Combat Zone Wrestling roster, so it is a shout that could potentially happen. So wait and see what that happens, or how that happens, or if it happens, or whatever. Nice headlock there by Brian Pillman as Darby Allin slowly making his way back up to his feet. Darby Allin now sending Pillman to the outside, clubbing him with the forearm and now knocking him down. Pillman with a big boot in the gut of Darby Allin. Big chop as well. Now sending Darby Allin face first into the apron. And now into the ring post as well. Wow. Brian Pillman Jr. in control of Darby Allin here. Now Darby Allin sending Pillman Jr. face first into the post. And once again, referee still counting up to a 7 count now. And Darby Allin sending Pillman once again into the ring post. This could be a count out win here for Darby Allin. The ring just could not contain these two. And it is Darby Allin who picks up the victory. However, you know what? I feel like this might not be the last we see of this one, you know. Considering the ring just could not contain them, I feel like these two are going to want another opportunity at each other. Maybe a Falls Count Anywhere match coming in the future. Who knows? Ring can't contain. So I'm just writing notes on my card so I remember to try and build upon this in the future. I mean, it is a win for Darby Allin. But it's a count-out victory, and those are not the sort of wins that we like here in this universe mode. However, it does allow us to maybe build a little bit further moving forward. So Pillman versus Darby Allin. That could be interesting. And here we go then, our second match of the evening. And this could be a good opportunity here for John Morrison. Of course, Brian Cage is having a bit of an iffy time at the moment. He had a bit of a battle with Brock Lesnar, especially last night, culminating in a backstage brawl between the two. So this might be the best chance for Morrison to catch him, because I don't think he's going to be in the best condition. Really nice neck breaker there as well. Morrison slamming the arm of Cage into the mat. And now continuing the assault, and Morrison really in control. Nice sit-out powerbomb on Brian Cage there by John Morrison. Cage now launching Morrison over the top. Sends him right into the mat. Mundo, Morrison, whatever you want to call him these days, bringing Cage back up, but Cage taking him down. Now into the corner. Nice reverse tornado DDT by Brian Cage on Morrison. Now both guys head into the outside. Cage catching Morrison with a big right hand and a boot in the guts. And you got to think as well that Brian Cage's mind is still going to be on Brock Lesnar. I mean, Lesnar defeated Cage at Dominion and then assaulted him after the match. And then we saw Lesnar attacking Brian Cage last night at New Japan as well. So it's going to be on his mind. Of course it is. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not too sure, to be honest, because it's going to be difficult here for Brian Cage. He's going to take a lot of damage from last night. However, at the same time, he's going to be in a real strong position. He's going to be really looking to utilize the energy and the anger he's got built up against Brock Lesnar, and John Morrison is the closest person to do that. Morrison now taking Cage up. Oh, nice. Dropping him into the backbreaker from the suplex. Cage now bringing Morrison back up and catched him with the arm breaker. Morrison standing Spanish fly on Brian Cage. Morrison now dumping Cage to the outside. Morrison following Cage in. Morrison now sending Cage crashing to the outside. And through the middle and bottom turnbuckle into the DDT. The battle now commences on the outside. We've already seen one count-out victory tonight. We've already seen one show where the ring just couldn't contain the guys. It looks like we could have another one here at this rate. Morrison trying to break free. Cage slides back in and breaks the referee's count. He's having none of that. He doesn't want a count-out victory. Both guys slide back into the ring. Cage catching Morrison with the boot in the guts. Now straight into the corner. Morrison now bringing Cage back up into the backbreaker. Oh, only a 2 count. Getting closer and closer though. Of course, don't forget we still have the Lucha Underground Championship match lined up for you this evening. Of course, it's that big fatal four we spoke about before. Muertes, Pentagon Jr., Finn Balor, and Bray Wyatt. Fatal 4-way to become the first Lucha Underground champion here. Morrison now wrenching back at the chin of Brian Cage. Nice clubbing blow to the back there by Cage. Now springing Morrison into the corner, then into a German suplex. Cage now taking Mundo up into the Steiner screwdriver. Wow. There's the pin to... Oh. Wow, how on earth has he kicked out the Steiner screwdriver? That is incredible. Nice boot right in the leg there by Cage. Now wrenching back at the arms and leg. Morrison, though, back in control. Both guys back up on their feet, and there is the strong right hands. Cage once again in control. Nice takedown. Nice boot right in the face there by Cage. Now deadlifting up into a powerbomb. But again, only enough for a 2 count. Morrison just showed incredible resilience here today. Incredible. Cage now gorilla press, dropping Morrison face first. And a line sold by Cage as well. The big man is incredibly agile. Cage now dropping an elbow right on the inside of the knee. Morrison brings Cage back up to his feet. Morrison now a boot in the gut of Cage into a neck breaker. Morrison now into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Cage now bringing Morrison bringing Cage back up to his feet. A couple of big strikes. Another one. Another one. And Morrison in full control of Cage here, but he needs to finish him off. He needs that one big move. Sends him into the corner. This could be it. No. Cage wrestling his way out of the corner. Morrison once again sending Cage into the corner. And Cage once again fighting free with the elbows. Morrison boot in the gut. Sending Morrison sent into the corner now by Cage. And Cage taking Morrison up. Oh, not this super duper plex. Not the super duper plex. There's the super duper plex to the outside. Brian Cage in control. Brings Morrison back up to his feet. Morrison sliding free though into a reverse DDT. Morrison now sending Cage back into the ring. Now Morrison stalking Cage. There's that flipping neck breaker. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there is the victory for John Morrison over Cage. Massive win here for him. Cage is considered one of the best men on this roster, as is Cage as well. Sorry, Mundo. No. Cage is considered one of the best on this roster, as is Mundo as well. So to get that big victory is very important. As you can see, I don't think Cage is too happy. But like I said, you've really got to take into account the damage that Cage took in that backstage assault yesterday by Brock Lesnar. Cage is not happy. Not happy at all. And that's what it's for then, the Lucha Underground Championship. We're going to crown our first champion here. Big fatal 4-way. We have got, of course, Bray Wyatt, Muertes, Pentagon Jr., and the Demon himself, Finn Balor. Now, I must admit, I can't remember what I've done here, so I don't know if this is a Fatal 4-Way elimination or just standard Fatal 4-Way. I honestly cannot remember, so we're going to find out together. So this should be a pretty fun match, this one. 4 of the best here in Lucha Underground. Of course, we've just seen a very good victory for John Morrison, who, let's not forget, John Morrison is the #1 contender for the Impact Championship, which will be defended next weekend. So that's an interesting one, actually. That could be some great momentum for him. And it's definitely going to put him in a strong position for this championship here as well. As Bray Wyatt now just working over Muertes in the corner. And we've got Pentagon fighting off against Demon Finn Balor. It's quite ironic because, of course, last week we had a tag team match, and in that tag team match it was Bray and Muertes versus Pentagon and Balor, and now it just seems to have gone, the 2 tag teams that were together last week are just beating the crap out of each other, essentially. The battle now commences on the outside. Balor now going after Bray Wyatt. That's where it started before. When we saw Bray Wyatt's debut and we saw Finn Balor just come in and just attack Bray Wyatt. Nice gut buster there by Bray. Be interesting when we see the first pinfall, we'll sort of get an idea of what we're doing. Whether this is an elimination or just standard. Nice takedown there by Bray on Muertes. Bray with a boot in the gut of Pentagon, then Pentagon fighting free with a DDT. Nice takedown there by Bray, catching Pentagon. And it is weaponry's being held there by Finn Balor, resting between him and Bray with that baseball bat. Bray avoids him, and then Muertes comes up behind Bray Wyatt. Pentagon with a right hand in the back, and all of a sudden Pentagon and Muertes working together. We see Finn Balor now heading up to the top. We're going to see coup de grace? No, he goes for a splash right to the back. There's a boot in the gutter now. Nice takedown there by Bray Wyatt as Muertes gets himself a ladder. Muertes now swinging that ladder, but Bray able to avoid it and catching Muertes with the ladder. Finn Balor now heading up to the top. But, oh, wow, Bray just catching the little Finn Balor and just powerbombing him into the ropes. That was brutal. Here's a pin. Okay, it is a standard fatal 4-way, okay. Nice hurricanrana there by Pentagon. So first pinfall or submission will get the victory and become the first Lucha Underground champion. Pentagon, big knee in the face as Balor just catching Pentagon. Now Pentagon throws Balor around into the Saito suplex. Pin there by Pentagon, but Bray breaks it up. Bray now with Pentagon on the outside. Pentagon fighting back with a boot in the back of the leg. Pin here by Muertes on Finn Balor in the middle of the ring. Only enough for a 2 count. Nice boot right in the back there by Muertes on Pentagon. Bray Wyatt slamming the back of Finn Balor. I keep forgetting Finn Balor's name, for God's sake. I don't understand why. Muertes now heading up to the top. Bad idea. Pentagon saw it coming and chops him to the ground. And now all of a sudden it's just Pentagon and Finn in the ring. Great chance if a Pentagon dropping Finn face first, mid of the ring now, boot to the back of the head, but Muertes slides back into the ring as well. Pentagon now catching Mil and drops him in the package. In comes Bray Wyatt now as well. All four men are back in the ring for the first time in quite some time. Mil just slapping Pentagon away and now takes him up into a chokeslam middle of the ring. Bray Wyatt, I think, was looking maybe for a Sister Abigail there, but Balor able to fight free. There's the clothesline into the corner as Muertes showcased his strength for that gorilla press on Pentagon. Muertes now Saito suplex on Finn Balor. And Muertes is the only man on his feet. He needs to take advantage. Although Finn just tripping him over. Now Finn with a kendo stick right across the gut of Bray Wyatt. Now dropping the boot into the back of the arm of Wyatt as well. Finn with his strong forearms and chops on Bray. Bray sprung off the ropes into a drop kick by Finn Balor. Balor now heading underneath the ring again, looking for some more toys. And he finds himself a steel chair, but Pentagon comes up behind him into the backstabber. And Pentagon just dropping Finn Balor. In comes Muertes, middle of the ring then with Bray Wyatt. And dropping him with that big flatliner. There's the pin, but Pentagon slides back in and Pentagon breaks it up. Pentagon now booting the back of the leg of Muertes, who just pushes Pentagon away. Muertes is so strong. But Pentagon very agile, ducking underneath now into a Hurricanrana on Muertes. Drags Mil back into the middle of the ring. There's the pin. It was only a 2 count. I think Finn was trying to break it, got caught up on Bray. Scoop slam here by Pentagon on Muertes. Oh! Bray's neck is snapped. Underhook brainbuster. Bray got dropped head first. He got pile drivered. Finn goes into the pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have been enough to win the match, but the referee is, of course, grounded. I think that was Finn's own fault. I think Finn caught him earlier. Muertes now sending Finn crashing to the outside. Bray Wyatt senses his opportunity. Goes to the pin here on Pentagon. Muertes was there to break it up after a 2. Wyatt now in control, middle of the ring. Brings Pentagon back up. Pentagon with a boot in the back of the leg. Has a big choke slam there on the outside by Muertes on Finn Balor. Absolute brutal. And now looking to drop him in the flatliner, but Balor fights him free. As Pentagon now middle of the ring. Dropping Bray with a package pile driver. There's the pin. Finn's quite a distance away. Is he going to get there in time? He does just get there in time to break it up. And Pentagon's going to just add another package pile driver to the list. However, now Muertes is back in the ring. And Muertes breaks it up. Is there a third package pile driver? No. Muertes dumping Pentagon on the outside. Muertes, if you're clever here, which is not, but Bray might be clever enough to go for this. Bray now locking in the camel clutch on Finn Balor. If Finn taps, we've got brand new champ. Well, we've got brand new champion either way, haven't we, I suppose, but... Nice clothesline to the back of the head there by Muertes. Muertes now brought back up to his feet by Bray Wyatt. I'm losing my voice here already. I've only been recording one video so far. That's clubbing blow there by the Pentagon to the back of Wyatt, but Wyatt fighting back. And it's Wyatt, the only man up on his feet now. Pentagon in the ring now with a kendo stick, and Wyatt catching him stiffly in the face with the right hand. In comes Finn into the ring as well. Pentagon sprung back into the middle, and there's the Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt out of nowhere on Finn Balor. But Mil Muertes is there to break it up once again. Muertes now taking Bray Wyatt down. Slamming him back of the head first into the mat, and Mil Muertes caught on that rope again. Pentagon's back up on his feet, and he gets across to break it up after the 2. Big overhand clubbing blow there by Mil Muertes on Pentagon. Now looking for the choke slam on Pentagon. But Finn Balor's there to pick up the pieces. Pentagon now gets spine busted as well by Muertes. And this is the opportunity as Finn Balor taking Muertes down. Shining Wizard. If he can find a pin now, this will be enough. But he's not. He's taunting. What are you taunting for? Go for the pin, you big ball bag. Finn now dropping the body weight on the back of the legs. And now Bray Wyatt's back in the ring as well. Finn catches him. DDT right to the center of the Mayan calendar. Pentagon now taking Bray up and dropping him in that package. And it's Pentagon and Mil, the only two on their feet. However, well, we saw Mil going for the flatliner. Not quite enough as Pentagon sends Bray Wyatt to the outside. Pentagon now. Big dive over the top. Tope con hilo. The battle continues on the outside. Well, back on the inside now as Finn Balor heading up to the top. He is going for the coup de grace. Boom. Double foot stomp. Bray Wyatt catching Pentagon. Bray Wyatt's not got... Oh, Bray Wyatt did not pay attention and Finn Balor's won it. Bray Wyatt had his back to it, and in these sort of matches, these fatal four-ways, you have to have eyes in the back of your head at all times. He took his eye off Finn Balor for just a split second, and Finn Balor pins Mil Muertes to become our first Lucha Underground champion. Wow. Bray Wyatt just saw it a second too late. And Finn Balor, the Demon, is the Lucha Underground champion. Good times. Good times. So next episode we will start to look at filling up our Gift of the Gods Championship match, of course. It will be a 6-man ladder. The winner gets the Gift of the Gods Championship. And of course can cash that in at any point for a championship match on the next episode. So there we go, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you would like to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon for our next episode of the SWE Universe Mode. Bye.